Hey, it's Kia here. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, then you already know we back with another video. Today we're going to be doing this butterfly braid. I have been seeing this for so long and I always wanted to try it and I never did, but today is the day. So I'm starting off on freshly washed hair. I did not blow dry it this time, but I did oil my scalp and my ends just to make sure they're healthy under this protective style. I couldn't get the part how I wanted, so I had my mom go ahead and part it for me using Shine Gem, and I'm just showing you guys how I did my part. So then I am going to section out a little front piece because this is the part where I'm going to actually braid the hair and feed it in. So I don't know how to explain it, but this is more of a video that you kind of got to see to understand, because I don't know, me explaining is going to be a little difficult. But anywho, so I'm taking that Shiny Gem again and I am just putting it on my edges and whatnot. And I am going to take a comb and work that through, making sure that it's as flat as I can get it. And then I'm going to take the comb and go in between parting my hair and put some more product in it. And this is going to make it easier to braid. If y'all haven't seen my very first video of me doing feed-in braids, please go check that out, because I feel like it's more in depth and it's probably easier explained in that video. But we're gonna make it do what it do. Okay, so now I am just taking my Detangle brush and I am brushing my hair and just trying to get the product all worked through, so that way, like I said, it'll be easier to braid. So you want to make sure you have enough product on there, because sometimes when you braid, the braid will tend to go up, but we want to keep it at the base of our hairline. So I'm just making sure I have the product all the way worked in and I have it as flat as possible. And I'm going to make sure that I am staying at the base of my hairline when I'm braiding, because that's how I want my braid. And take your time, because sometimes you might have to keep doing it and just practice. Everybody doesn't get it on the first time. I know I don't always get things on the first try. In most of these videos I don't, but I just keep on working till I get it. I am going to take the braid all the way to that curve, because this is going to be combined into one braid, and I'm just going to braid it all the way down. So I'm taking my comb and I am just smoothing it out even more, because I didn't straighten my hair. I definitely recommend you straighten it if you want yours to be super flat, but I didn't want to do all that, and I'm trying to protect my hair, so I just was smoothing it as best as I could, because my hair is super curly. But we're going to try to get as flat as we can. And then I'm just going to braid that little section off, and I'm going to move over to the next side, and I'm going to do it exactly the same way. And y'all, my hair is super thick, so if you have thick hair like me, make sure you are making those parts small enough, because you really want to make sure that product is all worked in, because it'll make it so much easier when you're trying to braid. And I'm just going to braid this one all the way down as well, but I am not connecting them yet. Okay, so going back to the other side, I am just taking that little piece that we left out, and now I'm going to begin braiding. But first, I am going to put something on my edges, you know, because we want it to all be smooth and laid. And do not be scared to add that product, girl. So now we're about to begin doing the feed in method. And so for this type of braid, you're going to start small in the beginning, but then you're going to drastically get bigger. So I think I probably did maybe 2 or 3 small pieces, gradually getting bigger, and then I did a really big piece after that, because you want it to be easier to, how do I explain this? You want it to be able to fluff it out, because it is a butterfly braid and you are going to fluff it out and make it big. When you want your braids to be big, you have to add a lot of hair, or else it's not going to get as big as you would like. I even probably could have added some pieces that were even bigger than this. And you're gonna keep adding hair till it's the desired size you want and the length. And make sure that you are braiding kind of loose, because you are going to be stretching this braid out. I definitely braided kind of too tight. Could have definitely did looser. But for this style to really work, you want to braid loose. You want it tight enough that it's going to stay in, but loose enough that you can be able to stretch it. And now I am just stretching it to make the braid bigger. This is what is giving it that butterfly effect, as they call it. This is what's making it a butterfly braid, because you're stretching it to make it big and kind of loose. It's not supposed to be a super neat style. It's supposed to be kind of, you know, I don't want to say messy, but, you know, a little messy. And I am taking bobby pins and I'm just trying to bobby pin that braid down to the braid that I did on my natural hair. I definitely recommend that if you want this style to really last, to sew it in, because my bobby pins kept coming out and I was just struggling for a little bit over the time, like trying to wear it. I knew I was going to wear it that long, but I definitely think it could have lasted a lot longer if I would have just went ahead and sewed it down. But it's up to you, you know, maybe it's hard for you to sew or you don't have needle and thread. It's okay to bobby pin it, but it just won't last as long. I'm going to continue to do that to the rest of the braid all the way till the end of my natural braid. Okay, so now we're just going to go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. Oh, and if y'all don't know me and y'all are new here, I do not like a lot of baby hairs, so I don't do a lot of baby hairs. That's just my preference. That's just how I like my hair. I do not do a lot of baby hairs. It's not for me. So for this side, the only difference is you have to get bigger kind of faster because of the simple fact of it's not as much to go on. It's not as big or long as the other braid. So you kind of have to get bigger faster so that way it'll still match the other side, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know if I explained that right, but I hope that makes sense. I'm just checking to make sure it's looking all right in the back, and I am just cutting off the little flyaways and extra pieces that I see and adding bobby pins in case I missed any places, making sure that my braids underneath are covered up. And then I am going to take those two braids and I'm going to begin to combine them into one. Take your time with this because you do want it to look right and look neat. If you just kind of rush it, it will look weird, but you want it to flow naturally into one braid. So take your time. You might have to redo it a few times, and that's okay too. And again, make sure you're braiding loose so that way it can be able to be fluffed out. And then I want it curly in, so I just took some curly hair that I had left over and I'm just adding it towards the end of the braid. And once I get to the part that I like and I have as much curly hair as I want out, I'm going to take a rubber band and I'm just going to secure that off. go ahead and fluff the braid out some more too. I am going back and just adding some more product to my hair because like I said, my hair is natural and I did not straighten it, so I just wanted to be as flat as I can get it. I'm gonna go ahead and add some free spray in it too. I definitely should have used spritz instead, but hey, I was using what I had at the moment. But I definitely recommend something stronger if you want it to be even flatter, and make sure that you tie it up. Looking pretty good. Like, I really liked it and it came out really well. Like, I don't know what I thought it was gonna come out like, but sometimes I don't know exactly how these are gonna turn out for me, because sometimes I do struggle and they don't always come out exactly how I imagine them, but I make it work. But this came out so good and I literally loved it. Like, it was so cute. So now I'm just taking some needle and thread and I am combining the two parts of the braid together more so that way it looks more like into the one braid, because I didn't like that space that was in it. And I'm just securing it off. And like I said, I should have just sewed down the whole braid to my braid, but that's all right. Yes, I really loved how this came out, y'all. It was so cute and such a good, quick, and easy style. If you guys want to see more like these, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.